Well, we did it. All right, so there we go. Not much in the truck. Just put a little base layer down, that way I can throw the stuff in here and not worry about hurting the bed any. But now we gotta try. I'm really hoping, okay, it's not a stump, something like that sinking down into this mud 12 inches. Be a stump or something like that. That'd take out an oil pan quick. So I think we're on good with the front tires before it gets soupy again. But yeah, not really a video that I was hoping to make today by any means. I actually wasn't gonna film this at all until I came 12 feet off the road and sunk instantly. So I realized this is gonna be more of a job than I was kind of expecting. I should have just come in and got this done 2 days ago before we got the rain. I knew it would kind of get the thaw out of the ground, which I'm still kind of sort of floating on some areas here. Just stupid, as long as we don't break nothing and we can get this out of here and done with, I'll be happy, he'll be happy, everybody's happy. All right, everything from there on is what he bought. Boiler wood and like $10–15, something like that, with the pigs. I throw the rest on just to get rid of it, but to be honest, the way it's squatting in the rear, I'm gonna need a little bit of ground clearance. So I'm not sure what this will do, if it'll even do anything, but I'm gonna stick you guys out here a little ways just because I know it's gonna be, I mean, look how many times I ended up backing into the maple. It's a slimy, gooey mess. My tires are about perfect for spinning, but not so much for digging. So it's probably the better combination right now. I've done a lot of this back in the past and ruined a couple of trucks doing it, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully that was the four-wheel drive slamming in. Either that or some wood shifted pretty good. All right, that is definitely not the worst of it. The worst of it's out here. and I don't really know how I can even try to film getting out of here, but I guess we'll try, and I'll just walk back in and grab the camera. Well, it did it, and it didn't mind it at all. That's beautiful. Beautiful. A little bit of weight in the back of that thing. This is how far you see the marks. I had my wheels turned and she wouldn't do anything but go straight. So we got her. My little red Japanese made truck. Well, my hitch has got some residual on it. All right, she's tucked pretty good, so compared. All right, so I'm gonna end it here. Oh, and I think I used to look for that crap, eh? Like I said, I had a old 6-cylinder Chevy 1500. And I think that truck might have lasted me 6 to 8 months. I ended up getting it, paid more than it was worth. It was a work truck, 8-foot box, put a roll bar in it, KC lights on top, did a body lift, 3-inch body lift to it. What else? Super Swamper. I had 33-inch Super Swamper TSLs. Grammy. Yeah, that truck. I did the cold air intake, which basically just gave it a big old straw for the water. I had that truck in some spots. Brother-in-law, bad influence back in them days, but his trucks always seemed to last. Mine never did. I remember on my wedding rehearsal night, I ended up, we just got a pile of snow, and I went out snow drifting literally about an hour before the wedding, or the rehearsal. I ended up getting the truck so stuck on the side of the road that I was late, and I had to have a couple people pull me out. Then that truck, I ended up blowing pretty sure I took the clutch out. Transmission lost fourth and fifth or something like that, and the engine had swallowed up so much water that it just it really didn't like to do anything but scream. And this was my daily driver. Let me add that. This was when I was 17, 18, something like that, right when I was getting married. I ended up trading that truck for an Oldsmobile Cutlass 88 Supreme, something like that, and that I ended up going on my honeymoon with. That was an awesome old car. It had no overdrive in it. The linkage for the shifting cable was pretty rough. That thing was just an old boat. Best driving car though, no struts. That thing floated everywhere. And when I got that car, I ended up going out and getting an R1. Yamaha R1. It was an 03. And it was a divorce special, we'll say. She kept the bike and ended up beating the snot out of it with the crowbar. So I bought that, I fixed it up, got that, and did terribly reckless things for years on that, until a Dodge 3500 pulling a bass boat ended up cutting me off, and I T-boned the truck, and that folded me in half for about a year. Tore all the ligaments in my leg, ankle, foot, this, that, and the other thing. And then on the opposite side, it screwed up my rotator cuff, ligaments in my shoulder, all the way down my arm. So I couldn't use a crutch on the off side because I couldn't walk. I didn't know how to walk or use the arm at all for a very long time. So I had to basically, that's where the gaming came into my life, to be completely honest, because that was probably one of the hardest things I ever went through mentally, I guess you'd say. Couldn't work, couldn't even wipe my own butt for a little while. And the gaming, that's where I started making the original Rubber Side Down channel. Stemmed from the gaming side with the logging and whatnot. Then after that, I had the Oldsmobile. I got rid of the Oldsmobile. I drove it to a scrapyard, and I got a Jeep Liberty that I lifted, put some nice rims and tires on it, and ended up taking the transmission out of that within a couple years. Just because them things are pretty much driving junk vehicles, I guess. But I traded the Liberty in for this truck in 2011 or 12, one of them years, and I've had this one ever since. That was 12 years ago, and now it's got 122,000 miles on it. Best vehicle I've ever owned right here. But that's really, I don't know, that's about all I really got to say. I can elaborate on a lot of things down the road, but I know some guys want a little bit more of an open book, and some of the things that I'm willing to share, I'm definitely willing to dig into. But these are good times to kind of dig into them when I'm traveling or something like that. So either way, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and God bless y'all. Remember to poke them buttons, and we will see you tomorrow. I don't know what we'll be doing yet, so stay tuned.